I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start doing weekly vlogs, because I noticed that I don't finish a lot of projects, even though I am pretty much working in here every single day or every night, or at some point every day I am in here working on things. Although those things could be things that I am not filming because of various reasons, or I haven't finished it. So as a result, I don't post very often, and I do want to start posting more often, and I thought what would be more fun would be to do like weekly progress vlogs to kind of show what I have been up to. So this will be the first of those weekly vlogs. And yeah. So to kick it off, I think what I want to do is I got some mail here, and yeah. So I want to go ahead and open up those so we can see what we got, and then I'll just kind of take you around and show you what I've been up to this week so far. And here's the first package. Actually, we're going to open the box first because I know what's in the box. And the box is not in any way related to any kind of sewing content. Don't open boxes like this. Get a box cutter. But it is one of my many loves, so I thought I would share. And it is, in fact, a little Funko Pop. It is a little Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett Funko Pop. And I'm very happy to have him. So he will go on my shelf with my other little Boba Fett and my other little Mondo. So that's what was in there. And I got a coupon, so maybe I can buy that Boba Fett jersey that I want. And then in here, this is the more interesting of the two packages, because this is a mystery box, or bag I suppose, from Fabric Mart. So if you go into, I think, their deal section, they have a mystery box, is what they call them. And what it is it's fabrics, like up to 10 yards of fabric that they select for you. And it's anywhere from 1 between 10-yard cuts of fabric. Contains I see a blue one that I really quite like. And it also contains some polyester that I purchased because I ran out on something that I was working on, which we will get into. So this is just polyester crepe in obsidian black. It's a suiting material. And this feels different from the other one I had, but I know this is it. And I have 2 yards here. This was $5.95 the yard. So, and then in here, that's open, we have our fashion bundles. And I don't know if they labeled them, so this is as new to me as it is to you, I'm sure. But I think I see some linen on the top, which is very exciting because I love me some linen. So this looks like it's 1.5 yards of this really pretty blue linen. It is 100% linen, which makes me very, very happy. I love working with linen. So, very happy. We have a paisley cotton, 1.5 yards. Is it cotton? Is it cotton? Or is it silk? It kind of feels like silk. Does it say? I bet it is silk. It feels like silk. I don't love paisley, but it is browns, and I do appreciate me some browns. So that is the second one. Exciting. We have, oh no, Ugh, gross. I am not a big lace person. I don't like working with it. I don't like wearing it usually. This is 1.5 yards of that kind of lace. It's pretty. I don't know if I have any use for that. This is a 1.5 yard cut of knit, and don't love it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, it's chiffon. No. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Where's this, the Georgette? It has more of a Georgette's weight, so I think this is Georgette. I don't know how much is here though. And we'll do a burn test on it too, but I'm pretty sure it's polyester. Although it is really soft, so maybe it is not. but I don't know how, I have no idea how much is here. I just know it's squidgy and hard to cut. So yeah, that's what was in there. I wonder if there's an invoice? No invoice. So it is in fact a mystery. We don't know. So keeping this one, donating this one. We will see if we could donate that one. Definitely keeping the paisley, definitely keeping the linen. So, okay, alright, that was fun. Now this is a dress that I have been working on for the past couple days. It is almost done. All I've got to do is actually hem it. And it is the very same dress on Bianca's channel, The Closet Historian, because I saw her make it and I immediately fell in love with it and decided I must have one myself. So I've watched her video about approximately 5 million times in order to figure out how to draft and make one myself, and I'm very excited to have it. So I plan on finishing this tonight. And all that needs doing on it is the hem. I've already turned up the hem on the sleeves, that's done. I just need to do it at the base of the skirt and then we're done. So that has been the week so far, just doing a bunch of basic blocks and working on this dress, and also I'm making curtains for a friend of mine, so I've also been working on those as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on hemming. And in case anybody's wondering, once I finish a pattern, I typically put it in one of these yellow envelopes. So for that Luke Skywalker dress, these are the pattern pieces, but then I'm also going to put in the mock-up pieces because I find that they are a little bit different from the actual pattern paper pieces that I usually hold on to. So I'm going to keep the mock-up pieces on this one, especially given that it is a princess theme, and I might want to reference that in the future, you know? So, even though I have the basic block that I traced off of these pattern pieces, I still want to hold on to them. So when I finish a project, I put the pattern work pieces into a envelope like so, and then I label it Luke Skywalker dress. And then this gets filed into my little basket of other folders. In the front I have extra envelopes, and in the next bit I have the actual pieces themselves. So this will just get slotted right behind all of these other envelopes, and there. So it is Friday. It's Friday. And I missed yesterday because we had some corporate visitors at work, and I was very tired by the time we were done with all that. So I didn't really do anything yesterday. I wasn't in the sewing room except for like maybe 5 minutes, so nothing really got done, I'm afraid. But I did a little doodle for I think the next project that I want to make, and today I'll be basically cleaning up that doodle. So I guess I'll go ahead and show you what I did last night before I fell asleep. Okay, so I liked that Luke Skywalker dress so much that I decided to go ahead and do a Kenobi one. And this is kind of what I came up with for Kenobi. So I decided that I wanted to keep his collar detail and the sleeve detail on the brown thing, the brown shirt that he wears underneath his Jedi robes. So So that's what this will be. This will be in a brown cotton sateen. And then in the lighter tan cotton gauze that I already have picked out, I will do just kind of like this little wrap bolero jacket to at least mimic the look of that. So it'll have the same tones and the same collar and sleeve details, but of course it will be a dress that I could wear out in public and not get weird looks. So that is ultimately the goal with this. So I went ahead and did some preliminary sketching of patterns and ideas, and then ultimately what I'm going to do is I made photocopies of those two sketches, and I am going to transfer them to some Bristol paper so I can color them in. So maybe I'll film that process. Alright, good morning. So we're getting a bit of a late start today because I decided that I just wanted to lay around this morning before I, just kind of rest, I suppose you could say. But I'm awake now and I'm very energetic, so there's a lot of things I would like to get done today. And I think the first of it would be clearing off this sewing table and getting everything cleaned up, because there are some curtains I think I would like to work on today that a friend of mine has asked me to make. So I need my full sewing table because these curtains are enormous. Okay, I did my little research thing on skincare. I still don't understand what half of those ingredients do, but okay, it's fine. It's fine. In case anybody's wondering why I'm concerned about skincare, it's because I have this little situation on my face that I can't seem to clear up no matter what I do. And I know I should probably go to a dermatologist and ask them, what's the tea on this and how do I get rid of it? But, dermatologist means money, and money is a rare commodity in these days. So that's why I haven't. I'm not entirely sure if my insurance would cover something like a dermatologist, because I thought I don't understand medical insurance either, but I thought the way it worked is that it covers actual medical conditions rather than any kind of cosmetic thing, which I would consider, a very stubborn breakout on my face to be is more of a cosmetic thing rather than an actual life-threatening thing. So I'm not hugely concerned about it, other than, it affecting my vanity, which is, all it is. It's just, it makes me upset because I'm vain, rather than it doesn't cause any pain or irritation. It's just unsightly. And I don't like wearing foundation or powder or any kind of heavy makeup, because I don't think that helps the situation. I think it just makes it worse over time. And it dries out your skin, and it causes, it's just, I don't like wearing heavy makeup. The only heavy makeup I wear is on my eyes, because I like colorful eyeshadows and eyeliner, but that's it. That's the only makeup I wear. So, which is unfortunate, because I want to cover all the redness, but I don't want to wear makeup. So here we are. So what I'm getting out right now out of poster board is just basic slopers that I can use to draft patterns for things that I would like to make. So I do own a dress form, however I cannot drape on that dress form because, let me tell you, that girl has like a linebacker back and I do not. And while she sort of fits my proportions, she also mostly doesn't. So until I decide to strip her down and shave her down to better fit my proportions, I'm going to be flat pattern drafting instead of draping. I could drape basic things on her, like the shape of a bolero maybe, but I can't do anything particularly, nothing that was expected to fit me, basically. But she is a good item of reference, so like if I suspect something might be too big for me, I could see if it fits her, and if it fits her, then it's too big for me. So. Hello!
Don't get me in the picture.
I'm gonna try not to. There you are.
Watch this.
Are you gonna let it go?
Ready?
Did you find the two in the basket that I found today?
No.
Let me get them.
Okay, so I am back from my little lunch. So it is time to get to work on these dang curtains. So I will be probably doing that for the next hour. At least for the next hour. So I think in lieu of this is very boring work that I do not need to use my brain for, I will probably just put on music or put on a video so I could just listen to that in the background while I work on these. Maybe I might watch the Book of Boba Fett again. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I know not everybody did, but I enjoyed it because I think it was a good reflection of Boba Fett's character. I do. Yeah, maybe it's because I have the added benefit of watching the Clone Wars. Could be that. I don't know. Alright, good morning. I'm getting an earlier start today, and there are a few goals that I have today that I want to do. First thing I want to do... Okay. So the first thing I would like to accomplish today is already accomplished, actually. I went ahead and pressed the fabric that I'm going to use to make this fast and easy Butterick 5807 pattern. This one is from 1991. It's just a simple basic shirt with, looks like a bishop sleeve. These sleeves look like they come down quite far, which is fine, and I actually might just chop the sleeves to be short sleeves instead of the long sleeve variation, because I've made a collared shirt out of this fabric before, but I did something really strange with the collar, so I don't wear it, which is a shame because I really like the fabric. I like the pattern on the fabric, and I really like the colors in this fabric. It's a not quite an army green because there's too many blues to it, but it's like a gray green with a darker green stamp pattern of, you know, a Mandalorian and a Mythosaur, so right up my alley. Just subtle enough Star Wars for me, as we know. I do love it. The next thing that I would like to do is go ahead and pattern out at least a bolero jacket for our Kenobi dress here. And then I also want to remake a bolero jacket that I made for another dress. So quite a few things on my to-do list today, but I definitely need to get those curtain panels done as well. So now that I've got my fabric pressed, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do those curtains after I get a cup of coffee. Yeah, after that. By the way, it is Sunday now, so we're on day 4 of this endeavor. Do a progress vlog. See how it goes. Okay, so it's about 1 o'clock now, and I've almost finished one of the curtain panels. I guess that took me about 2 hours. It's not hard, it's just very involved. So, a lot of pressing, so much pressing, and so much straight seaming, which is very annoying. So I'm actually going to dig out all the rest of my vintage patterns too, because looking at this shirt, I'm not the biggest fan. Let's see what else I might have to work with. I do like the sleeves better on this one, but I'm gonna chop them anyway, so what difference does that make? Do I like the collar better? We have this one which is 2 fitted. These are dresses. And then this one. Okay, so this one has like a little placket bit at the top, which I do like. So, and it has the placket in the back as well. So I think I might actually go for this one. Because on the illustration here at the back, you can really see it's got this back yoke detail, and it also has this, you could barely see it illustrated, but like right there at the top there's this top like bit, where these just have straight seams running along the top, which I'm not as much of a fan of. So I think I might actually go for this pattern and just throw a pocket on there. And does it show pockets? Yes, it has pockets. So I think we're gonna go with that pattern instead. And this one again is in the wrong size range, but I suspect I could probably just overlay my basic block and then just kind of scale it down a tiny bit. And I say a tiny bit because I do want it to be very blousy. Because while I'm gonna make it out of the stiffer quilting cotton, I do have some charmeuse that I would like to make it out of as well. And I think, no, okay. This is not the one I made before. I think I actually threw that one out. So, it is Monday night. I just got off work and I am going to do the mock-up for our sleeve for the Kenobi dress. So, I'm going to angle you down so you can see what I'm cutting out. Okay, hello, it is now Wednesday, and probably the last day of our sewing vlog, but I did do a lot of filming yesterday. However, the footage for that film will probably be for, well, yesterday I suppose, and Monday I did a lot of filming, but that footage is going to be for a project video that I'm probably going to do. So I'm not going to really include it, but I can tell you what I did. And what I did was I basically mocked up and fitted the sleeve pattern and the bodice pattern for a Kenobi dress. So that was for the past 2 days, patterning that out and fitting that and making it, yeah, it's all figured out now, so all I just gotta do is make the actual thing. Originally for it I wanted to use this cotton sateen. However, I only have a yard of this and I don't know why my brain thought I could do that dress in only a yard of fabric, but I can't. I think the sleeves alone take up a yard of fabric. My other option is this brown cotton. I have just over 3 yards of this fabric, and it is a nice color. It's a cocoa brown, and it's a fairly thin fabric, but I'm not sure how it will drape since I do have fairly drapey sleeves on that pattern. And then my last option is a espresso brown, like a dark brown worsted wool. Let me get this. And this fabric is delightful. I love it so much. It's also a little tiny bit sheer, but it does, as you can see, drape beautifully, and I just don't think the cotton is going to drape the same way. So I'm a little bit torn on which fabric I want to use. The brown is almost a little, the wool is almost a little bit too dark, where the cotton is a much lighter shade of brown. But I just worry that it simply won't drape the same way. So this versus this, and you could just kind of tell how much it doesn't, it just doesn't have the weight, I suppose, of the wool, so it just won't drape the same way. And it'll also, I suppose if I line the sleeves with more of a drapey fabric, then it might force it to do what I want it to do, so we might go with that and just save our wool for something else. I'm not being stingy with wool. I could get more if I wanted to. But as far as the colors go, it is more of like a colder brown, whereas this is a really, really warm brown. And then for Kenobi, I do think I want it to be a warmer brown, because part of what sticks out to me so much about Obi-Wan is the color scheme. So he's always wearing warm tones. We never see him in something, okay, like undercover missions aside, we never see him in anything other than warm browns, be it a dark brown or a light brown. So I think it's important to the character to kind of stick with that color scheme. But anyway, I got off track as I do, so sorry. The plan for today is to get another panel of curtains done. So I'm going to be working on that. It is not particularly interesting work, so I probably won't take you along with me. It's just a bunch of hemming and ironing and more hemming and more ironing, and that's all it is. So I'm gonna work on that, and if I decide to do something even remotely more interesting, I will let you know. Okay, curtain panels are not going particularly well. It is only sort of stressing me out. So I think I'm going to turn my attention to editing. So yeah, I'm going to edit, and then later we'll get back to these curtains and see how I feel about it then, because I don't know what I did, but I cut them too short, and I don't know how. Because I measured 36, and I measured 36, and I measured. I know what it is. Okay, here's my solution. I'm extending the hem because the person that I am making these curtains for is a very, very kind human who has forgiven me for being an idiot. Okay, so now that that curtain panel is done, I'm going to go ahead and pre-wash our brown cotton that we're going to be using for Kenobi, since, as we know, cotton is prone to shrinking in the washing machine and in the dryer. So I want to go ahead and get that out of the way before I make it up. And then I also need to determine what I'm going to use to line this dress, because I do think I want to line this one. I did not line Skywalker, but I do think I want to go ahead and line Kenobi, because I regret that I didn't line Skywalker because it did turn out very well. So I think I am going to go ahead and line this one. And also I want to facilitate the drape on the upper portions of the arm. In order to do that, I do need to line it. So the question is, what am I going to line it with? And I have yet to determine the answer to that question. So for now, we're going to go ahead and pre-wash it. And then maybe later on today, I will go to the fabric store and get the brown cotton gauze that I need for the bolero to go over this dress. Meanwhile, while this is in the wash, I did go ahead and cut out the fabric for that Mandalorian shirt that I want to make. So I'm going to go ahead. I did not pre-wash that. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did pre-wash it because I ironed it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting that together too. Okay, so it is Wednesday night, and I think I am done with this week's vlog. I guess I suppose I could show you what I ended up doing today after the curtains. Yes, okay. Here is our Kenobi dress. Underneath that piece of paper right there, folded up nice and tightly, are the pattern pieces all cut out. I went ahead and drafted the facing pieces, and these are scrap fabric that I'm going to cut out for the facings. This is a zipper I bought so I could zip up the dress, so this is all ready to go and be put together next week. And then also today, in a fit of I really don't want to work on anything, so let me just throw together a collared button-up shirt. This is a remake from one that I've tried to make previously. I wanted a drapey, blocky, very, this is my boyfriend's shirt that I stole kind of button-up shirt. So I got that mostly put together. I just need to set in the sleeves and do up the closures, but everything else is done. And I think I really like the way this collar attaches, although I don't like the way I very obviously stitched down that, but it's fine. I'm fine with it. There's some top stitching details that I'll probably go ahead and carry over onto like the button down pocket. And I did blind stitch the hem sort of, but I think I will probably just top stitch that down too, just to kind of carry over the top stitching details that are all over this garment. The sleeves are over there underneath the Kenobi mock-up, and I will stitch those on tomorrow probably. And then in this Amazon bag, I have pieces of my 1870s walking suits. It's the front pieces that have the interfacing in them. I have a dark Sharpie line drawn in where the turn would be, so I do a row of stitching there just to encourage it to turn at the top and at the bottom. And then all this is just going to get pad stitched into place. And then underneath that I have this, and this mess here, this is my Victorian tea gown that has been sitting in a bin for like 8 months. And somehow I was just going through my bins and looking for things that I could be hand sewing, and I decided to just go ahead and get that done, because all I got to do is bind the arm side and then hem it. And the way I've decided to hem it is to add trim at the bottom because I'm lazy. So it was a pleated trim that I've had for a very long time that I've added to the bottom of it, and then I have a row of lace as well that I'm going to hem the silk portion of that with. So I think it's about time I get that done. So that is probably going to be my project tomorrow. And I went ahead and pulled out the bolt of trim that is edging the tea gown to stitch on after I get the hem done. So that's all hand sewing that I'll be doing starting tomorrow, but this is actually where I'm going to end the video now. If you do like this format and these kind of videos, then I'll probably go ahead and do more of them. I enjoy being nosy and finding out what people are up to, so I assume all of you do too, because YouTube seems to feed me that. So, I don't know. I'll keep doing them, at least for a little while. If I could stay consistent, that would be great, but it's me, so who even really knows? I don't.